had gone missing.
We have discovered who stole it.
Ivenci.
The governor intends to release it all around the city to pacify violent seditionists.
They called us reckless, and now... Now Ivenci will ruin the minds of thousands in this city to have their peace and order.
Who is Ivenci planning to poison with the comic? Aside from the crows.
People who have spoken up too loudly against the Antam.
Anyone too friendly with the crows. I doubt Ivenci is familiar with poisons. I guarantee the comic will spread to the rest of the city as well.
Destroying your own people's minds. How could Ivenci do this?
By telling themselves there is nothing else to be done.
After the dragon attack, and then the blight... The governor is a coward who has given up on Treviso.
Better to poison the last of it themselves than let anyone else solve these things.
It is finally time to strike. Go to the garrison and prevent Ivenci from releasing the comic.
Once you are there, Thea and I will lead the crows against the rest of Ivenci's forces in the city.
Understood.
There is something else. Jacobus stormed off earlier. He did not look well.
Look out for him, would you?
Of course. We'll head to the garrison.
Do you think Ivenci would target the field hospital?
I would not put anything past them now. I heard... That's crazy.
There's the garrison.
Nev, do you have a favorite food?
Whatever you're cooking.
There must be something.
I might have a weakness for seafood and candlelight.
I'll see what I can do.
On to the garrison and the governor. That courtyard looks empty.
No guards. Where are the Antam?
Ivenci must be further in. We clear the garrison this time. Ivenci's got to know there's no way out for a traitor.
Ready when you are.
Intruders! Calm them down. We can escape across the roof.
My job's done. Your turn.
Everyone all right?
Courtyard's full of darkspawn.
That explains why Ivenci's Antam were trying to run.
Well, look at that.
Ivenci's blighted?
Ivenci! Traitor!
Wait, Jacobus?
Poisoning it? What's your right? They're behind you. Go ahead. Waste your time, those dogs. If you happen to make it through, I'll leave.
Don't cross a crow. Watch out! I got the setup, you do the rest. Got it covered. How's your chap? Watch behind you. Look out! Sniper! Nice shot, Connor. Something's ready. Range.
Treviso.
Alright, that goes to you.
Okay, now for Ivenci.
something in the air.
Are these Antum real?
I see the comic is working! It's too soon! Too soon! Save him!
Nani, move's yours.
Just say when! Finished!
There's a nice shot.
I told you what! It won't end any differently!
Now it's your turn.
You die! Why don't you give up? We need to close it. Time to die!
That's got it.
They're all yours!
We're under fire. Look out. Would you look at Rook?
If that damned dark spawn at the gates hadn't scratched me, blighted me, if you hadn't interfered,
It wouldn't have made a difference.
neither will my death. My comic could have helped stabilize the city. But it's still blighted, dying. Nothing can save Treviso now.
The crows, the citizens helping each other through the dragon and the blight. They're already taking care of each other.
It won't last.
I think it can. And so do the crows. You say you did all this for Treviso, Ivenci, to protect it, but you never really believed in it.
What would you know about the city I love?
I need to go through my notes later. See what the shadows might find useful.
Need company?
No, but I'd love yours all the same.
Then I'm yours.
I'm doing embroidery for house banners now.
I can't wait to see your work hanging over Treviso.
The Ant.
If Rook hadn't stopped the governor in time.
None of that. It is time to celebrate a victory.
Rook! I should have wine. We should toast you.
Ivenci is dead. The comic is being disposed of. All thanks to you.
The garrison's a mess.
Details.
The Antom remain, though with Ivenci gone, I think we will be able to persuade them to move on in the coming months.
People are being moved to safer areas outside the Blight. Crows have time now to patrol for Darkspawn.
It will take years, but we can plan for Treviso's future now that it has one.
Treviso would have fallen long ago if it really didn't have a chance.
I'm not so sure. A city is only as healthy as those who care for it.
You never gave up, Rook. We will repay that in full. But life is so dull if all we talk about are responsibilities. It is time to celebrate.
For our victory!
For Treviso's freedom.
For the crows.
What an excellent idea. Viago, dear, you mentioned something about getting us drinks?
I think we've done what we can for Treviso. We've shown everyone you can stand against the Antom and the Blight.
Hey, you up for drinks? I'm taking Valara to the Hilt for drinks with the Lords of Fortune. You should come. Isabella's paying.
Sounds fun. I'm in.
Rook, when's the last time you slept?
Was this your ultimate goal? All that death and destruction in order to rule the capital?
It would have been magnificent. Navara, bowing to a leader who'd make use of its greatest works.
Your enormous bone construct would have destroyed half of Navara City.
Well, there would have to have been some rebuilding before progress could begin.
You would have let Sam walk.
If that's what he wanted, didn't seem right to make the decision for him.
Not sorry he stayed, though.
I would have been miserable if he left. You must be happy about it, too. Who would you spoil without a son around?
Spoil? That bird's spreading rumors about me again.
I found another line in the lullaby that I think started as Dwarven and then became Bad Elven.
Oh, go on.
Irsana and Ma. In Elven, it could mean I'm filled with nothing. But what if it's actually Isana?
The Dwarven word for lyrium?
Isn't lyrium Titan blood? The next line's about the Elven gods. Your lyrium brings pride to the gods. They did use lyrium, we know that much.
Wow.
Is this difficult for you? I don't have to keep going.
No, keep going. I'm invested now.
Lucanus?
He looks just like me. Spite, I mean, when he manifests.
That makes sense, doesn't it? What's on your mind?
I've been thinking. Treviso is as safe as we can make it. So, when my contract to you is fulfilled, Spite and I will go our separate ways. Literally, I'm going to seek out a way to separate us, wherever that takes me.
A lot of people have tried to cure possession. Sometimes if they can kill the demon in the Fade.
That's what I've heard too, but there's no guarantee of success, especially given our situation.
Because you and Spite were forced together?
And because I pay my debts, even to him.
If you can manage it, that's a good idea.
I'd feel safer around my family, around Nev.
So why don't you sound happier about it?
Being possessed. It's not like separating oil and water. Each element permanently infuses the other. Spite wears my face, uses my skills. I know I've grown stronger. So, say I cast out Spite with all he's learned from me. What then? What if I free myself, but unleash a true demon of Virantium?
A demon who's worked in a team. saved people, and made friends.
He'd lose them if I cast him out.
You keep saying that, like you'd miss him.
He's been part of me. He'd be alone.
Spite will only be alone if he chooses to be. But you can't control that. All you can do is trust that you're making the right call. For both of you.
I know. But from someone else, it's easier to believe. And it's easier to see a future I can live with when this is done. To strike hardest, one must aim beyond the target. Let's end it, Rook. You and I and Spite, and all the fury we can muster.
Come on over to get ripped and equipped. Hey, punch an on tom for me.
So, Tash pries the enormous ruby out of the statue's eye socket. Except then it wakes up, and now it's real pissed that it's missing an eye.
Oh, my. What kind of statue is this? Big snake. Like the size of a horse? 30 feet tall. Had the size of a wagon. How'd you get up there? They carved the scales, made okay handholds.
And now we've got a giant, angry, one-eyed snake statue trying to swallow Tash whole.
Wait, how does that work? Where would they go? Did it have a stomach?
Wait for it.
Best part is, while Tash is pounding that snake's nose, she's still holding the ruby in her other hand. Maker's panties, I was so proud.
Oh,
Ah, shit. They're still holding it, sorry.
What are you doing?
Pulling a barb.
Oh, okay.
A barb?
Tradition in the Lords of Fortune, from one of our old members, Barv. Good guy, but like most of us, his plans went sideways a lot. Bad blood among your crew's not good for morale, but there's not always time for big, drawn-out apologies. So, when one of us screws up and we know we've screwed up, we do a quick 10 to put it right. Pulling a Barv. Oh, there we go.
I'm glad the Lords of Fortune have Tasha's back.
Oh, Tash isn't the first non-binary member of the Lords.
Really?
It was a little before your time, but Horlicks was one of ours.
Huh.
Bastard looked better than I did in a dress or pants. And out of them, too.
That's a nice rule. We could try it on our team. At least you'd get a workout. Ouch. I didn't expect the Lords to care about the stuff. Me being non-binary.
Kirkwall taught me about family. If it matters to you, it matters to me. I mean, to the, Lords.
Oh. Thanks.
Anyway, where was I? So, there Tash is, thigh-deep in a snake's maw and still holding the giant ruby in one hand. I yelled that we'll get them out of there, and Tash just yells back, "Get up its ass! I'll meet you in the middle!"
Okay, the stomach I get, but did it really have?
Hey, who ate the last breaded cheese wand?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I guess I thought, well, I don't know what.
It's fine.
No, they're your favorite.
Balara, I know you're sorry, but you did mess up.
I know.
And what do we do when we mess up?
Yes, you're right.
I'm pulling a barv.
1, 2, 3.
Heart's in the right place. Form's a little sloppy, though.
Bend your knees.
We need that report Irilyn was asking about.
You get any... Looking to inflict some pain? I have what you need. Good luck. Keep your head out there. You know,
With everything going wrong in the forest, having the Griffons around makes up for it.
If we can afford to keep feeding them.
You've news?
Fair omens. Greetings. Farewell.
Risen elven gods, darkspawn. As if the trouble with the cult wasn't enough.
The ink. You were right. It was a trap.
Was everyone okay?
Thanks to you. Good work.
The veil in the city is, well, patchy.
That's why half my job is fighting demons.
Taking a break?
Briefly. I've got a paper trail to follow. Magisters get creative when selling cursed artifacts. Here for another visit. Stay safe.
Check the back for me. Keeping safe? Till next time.
Hey, Lara. You okay? You look sad.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about my brother.
Yeah. Sometimes I see stuff that reminds me of my mother.
What do you do? When it hits you, I mean.
I don't know. I ask someone how they're doing. Then I'm thinking about them and not me.
Oh. I'm sorry, Tosh.
Nah. It's a good hurt. Mostly.
You know, I did find something behind her desk. Something she missed. Or someone else did. I'm not sure it means anything, though.
What was it?
A scrap of vellum with the phrase Fade Distortion and a drawing of a cloak, maybe?
You won't dig further, will you?
What was she onto?
Few people are worthy of an invitation, you know. I should put that on the sign. I should get a sign.
Manifestation.
think you'll ever let Ilario out?
You think I was too hard on him?
No. He's an asshole, and absolutely belongs where he is.
For now, at least.
Are you actually saying you might let him out one day?
Katerina could use someone else to yell at besides me.
Balara, I'm sorry about Syrian.
It's hard. At least I got to talk to him at the end. The real him.
That's something. But I'm sure it still hurts. If anything happened to Hassan.
Cherish him while you can.
That's the truth.
So, you and Lucanus? Nice.
I've got the feeling I missed something.
Adari. I have a really good sense of smell.
Well, that's...
Don't worry, he's into you too.
And isn't that something?
It's a simple test.
I am not loosening any of the wards around you simply to see whether you can learn new spells again.
Do you have any idea how frustrating that was, Valkarin? To be completely frozen in my spellcraft? And I could have fixed it by channeling through the skeletal construct that you destroyed. Speaking of which, what have you done with it?
That subject remains closed, Johanna.
Ugh.
The food here's better than at the Hanged Man. The Fade doesn't have weevils, I think.
I want to do something special with the tablet. Display it or something. To honor it. Honor her.
Do you think more spirits could ever become elves?
As our world changes over the ages, so do the Fade's inhabitants. I suspect they'd look quite different.
So not, say, elves with wings, like a bird's or a bat's?
It seems unlikely.
The plants look good.
They do. Although the one isn't flowering like I hoped it would.
I'll keep my distance. Can't say I have a knack for greenery.
Davrin, if there's any advice you can send to Treviso about handling the Blight.
I'll pass it on. Though some details are only for wardens.
Are you serious? You're clinging to your order's secrets now?
It's not about secrecy, Lucanus. When you're resistant to the Blight like we are, wardens can take more risks. Or do you want untrained civilians spreading it further?
Right. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. Home is where it hurts the most, isn't it?
Yes, we've been through this. How articulate.